All right. I want to say Yahawah by Shem Yahawah by Shimaka Kadash, Brakti Hawa, Brakti Hawashai, Braktaraka Kadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who continue to teach me this truth and who rule well. Shalom to the disciples, my fellow Akim, and shalom to the hopeful elect. So, I guess this will be a kind of a pseudo testimony, mainly just a faith booster. So, we'll get cracking. So yesterday, right, I walked out of my room, because this year of college is over for me. So I pretty much, was chilling out and whatever. And I opened the door to my room, and what do I see? A flying cockroach, man. And I never seen a flying cockroach before, so that nigga scared the shit out of me. So, I ran downstairs and I'm like, Ma, there's a flying cockroach. I said, that shit's scary, man. Like, aren't you gonna come upstairs and help me? And she said, no, you a grown man. Go deal with that shit. Which was kind of messed up because, I never seen a flying cockroach before. And that thing actually really scared me, man, even though it didn't fly towards me. So, I sit downstairs and, I find the courage. I call upon Yahawah by Shem Yahawah by Shem Kadash, of course. And I take a broom and I go walk upstairs. And I was a little nervous walking up the stairs. And, of course, while I was walking up, I said a little prayer. And, I said, call Yahawah by Shem Yahawah by Shem Kadash, as I was nervously walking up every step. With every step, I could almost hear, maybe, I believe it was the Lord talking to me, take another step, my child, take another step, my child, and I would just take another step and another step, just step by step. And then when I went upstairs, it wasn't there. The flying cockroach that I was nervous of, it wasn't there anymore. I couldn't find it anywhere. So, being nervous, I ran into my room. I get my computer and my phone, and I run all the way downstairs. And I just start sitting in the kitchen because I'm like, I'm not going to go sit up there if I don't know where it is. So I sit around. And eventually, my mother, she gets up, and she's about to go upstairs. And so I just sit downstairs for a little bit. And then, after like an hour, I come upstairs, and guess what? The water bug flew on a mouse trap in her room, and well, while it wasn't dead, it was obviously easier to deal with, which I tried to go sweep it up and throw it out, but that thing was moving, and I was like, oh hell no. So, my mother's from the South, so she just picked up the mouse trap, balled it, like folded it like a piece of paper, crushed the motherfucker, and threw it in the garbage. Which, I was like, what? How'd you do that? But you know what? She can deal with water bugs and flying roaches because she's from down south, and me being born in Brooklyn, I'm more used to mice. Like, mice don't scare me. It's just the bugs that get me. Like, I can kill roaches and water bugs that don't fly all day, but as soon as I see that flying thing, I'm like, oh hell no, what is that? But I prayed upon it, and while it seems like a small matter, the Lord delivered me from it. So I'm going to pull up the scripture here from 2 Samuel chapter 22, verse 28. And afflict the people thou wilt save, but thine eyes are upon the haughty, that thou mightest bring them down. In this situation, I was afflicted, man. I even going to sleep that night, I still slept with one eye open because I was like, is this motherfucker still in the room? Is it? Because, if you see one roach, there's 100 of them, man. So that's why when, sometimes people will attribute the so-called black man, Hispanic, and Native American to roaches, because when we get to a community and you see one of us, that doesn't mean that there's one of us. It means that there's thousands upon thousands of us. You just haven't seen us all yet. For thou art my lamp, O Lord, and the Lord will lighten my darkness. For by thee I have run through a troop, for my power have I leaped over a wall. Which, the Lord didn't have it in the cards for me to go kill that water bug, that flying cockroach. But if I would have found it, I have faith that I would have been able to kill it. Even though I was scared of it. But you guys can laugh if you want, but and it's in the times to come when this famine, the word hit, and which I'm not sure the value added tax is going to be added to the U.S., where bills and taxes are added upon a product on every stage of production. But things are just going to start being more and more expensive as hyperinflation and inflation occurs. As there's more gas shortages, certain items are just going to start to cost more. People are just going to be out in the street fucked up. And if you don't have the right connections or the right family members, you're going to be living in an apartment complex like the Chinese, man. In China, you got entire cities that are just apartments. We're going to see that in the U.S., man. Because over time, as these independent businesses fall and more big corporations rise up, the big corporations are going to continue to technologically evolve and push out the normal everyday man. So only people with specialist knowledge are going to come up. There's a figure, I'm not going to bother pulling it up, but it says that in the 1900s, 50% of all Americans owned their own business. And in 2010, that number went down to like 25%. And today it's even lower than that. It's possibly even maybe 10% of the population are the people that own the businesses, and everyone is just a worker. But you still have, of course, your freelance guys, because as a businessman, it's these guys, what they want to do is save money and increase profit. So they'll hire out a freelance guy to go do the work, and they can use him instead of actually buying a full-time dude. But we're gonna get back to the topic at hand. For thou art my lamp, O Lord, and the Lord will lighten my darkness. For by thee I have run through a troop. For by my power I have leaped over a wall. As for Allah, our power, his way is perfect. The word of Yahawah is tried. He is a buckler to all them that trust in him. For who is our power, save Yahawah? And who is a rock, save our power? Yahawah is my strength and power. He maketh my way perfect. He maketh my feet like hands' feet, and setteth me upon my high places. He teaches my hands to war, so that a bow of steel is broken by my arms. Which all goes back to what I said before. I trusted in the Lord, and I prayed upon his name, and he gave me the courage to walk up those stairs, and to, even though I was nervous, to fight and try to kill that water bug, which once again is a smaller thing now, but eventually, I'm not going to say things upon myself. I don't really want to put things like that out there, speaking vain words. But, eventually it's going to be police officers, man, where I'm going to be scared shitless to have to fight against police or fight against raiders or this guy and that guy. And I'm just going to have to pray on it and have that courage to go face my fears. We're going to get another chapter. So this is Deuteronomy chapter 4, verses 31. For Yahawah, thy power is a merciful power. He will not forsake thee, neither destroy thee, nor forget the covenant of thy fathers, which he sware unto them. Which, Yahawah is truly merciful. In that situation, he had mercy upon me. Whether the matter is big or small, Yahawah will have your back, man. So you can't really say, oh, well, you could have just did that. No, because man's goings are not of his own. Man's goings are of Yahawah's. So why wouldn't I pray for a matter as small as this? So hope you brothers found edification, or really find my lesson, my little testimony to boost your faith. It really showed me that though things may be small, you always got to lean on the Lord, and he will give you that strength to deal with your situation, whether it's big or small. So I want to say all blessings be to Yahawah by Hashem Yahawah Shai by Hashem Kakadash. Shalom.